Renaults going through, so when they come across the line, we'll see who we're losing. Perez leads, Maldonado and Valerio in the pits. It is one of the Renaults, it's Tung. Yeah. Okay, well, the car is buried, the driver is not in it, and they are pulling it back out of that safety barrier, or trying to pull it back out of the safety barrier. Here we go. Oh! Yeah. Here we go. He clips the wall on the inside. No, bounces over the curbs, hits the wall on the outside.
Yep, bottomed out on the curb.
So, lots of pit stops. Sergio Perez leads as the safety car is out here in Monaco.
Perez in the pits here.
Hoping Tung's car craned out of the way. Safety car is out.
Yeah, there's a bit of a trend there. I'll give you that. Oh, Marcus Ericsson on fire.
Big shot. Marcus is told to get out of the car by the marshals. The rear end of that iSport car is on fire down there at the swimming pool. And oh, hold on, we've got a replay here then. What happened? Oh, no, please. Is that? I thought it was both teammates together again. It's not. It was Ollie Turvey ahead of him. Little slide coming into the swimming pool. Tries to get together. Oh, jumps over there. And is that a ruptured? No.
No, he lost the back end coming in. That's what happened. He turned into the left-hander. He lost the back end. That set him out wide, and then he went over the curb, and that launched the front of the car in the air and straight into the wall. He has, you know, he really had no chance once he'd lost the back end and got over the curb.
And we're off. Pretty good start from Riquelme. Oh, and Valsecchi very, very, very slow away, but he has managed to get going. Just edging Dillman towards the wall. Oh, no, and Riquelme and Collado have touched, and Riquelme's out at the first corner. So contact down there at turn 1, and Palmer's into the lead. Collado is second, Chilton third. Then it's Guido van der Garde as they ride up the hill side by side, and a spinner at the top of the hill. Dreadful place. Oh, and someone's gone airborne over the back of the ocean. It's the dams, and I think it's Davide Valsecchi as the drivers all come to a halt coming up into Massenet. And that was all sparked by the ADAX, I think, of Cecotto. Just spinning at the top of the hill. There is Davide Valsecchi. And then coming up the hill here, we get a spinner. I think it's Cecotto that spins. There goes Cecotto. So Cecotto spins off. And over the back, oh, that's Valsecchi going over the top. Or is it Nasser?
Very difficult to see, but that was
there's
Nasser.
Valsecchi. Valsecchi gets hit by the back of Cecotto's car. It's Nasser that goes over the back of the ocean. So out already, Onidi, Texera, Nasser, Guerin, Dillman, Coletti, Cecotto, Valsecchi, and Riquelme. Serenelli has stopped out on track as well. That's on board with Davide Valsecchi.
Made a good job in releasing the steering wheel. I don't know if you paid attention to that, but the violence in which once you hit the bar, you really got to leave that steering wheel alone, because it's just easily, you break your thumbs easily on that.
When on the streets of the Principality, we're racing in GP2, a slow getaway from Cecotto, lots of wheel spin, great start from Mitch Evans. Alongside Cecotto now comes Fabio Lima, trying to go around the outside, lock up and brakes, and Evans takes the lead. Cecotto has ruined that, and over the top of him goes Fabio Lima. Carambolage at turn 1.
Okay, that's going to be red flag probably.
Must be red flagged. Lots going on down there. We've got Dillman into the back of Riquelme, is that, or is that Ericsson? Yeah, it's a big old mess down there. We've got Leal into the back of
Frines,
Palmer.
I think.
Frines is in there. We've got Trummer. Rossi's in it as well, and that is what happens here in Monaco. And safety car is out. On board with Coletti. Around Canamassas, coming down the start-finish straight. Great start from the Monegasque. Let's have a look ahead of us as Cecotto goes straight in.
He's not aggressive at all. It's just he's got no room to go to.
And there's just nowhere to go, is there?
There's nowhere to go. And I don't think his suspensions are damaged, but you see Cecotto is at once not even trying to make the corner. Just
crazy. Oof. Tell you, Jolien was lucky there with all the debris coming up over the side of the car. Riding on board with Alexander Rossi. Right in the middle of the mix. Lock up, gets it turned in, and then and it was Palmer being spun that caused all of that, wasn't it? Everybody got tucked up behind.
Yeah, I think Palmer just tried to avoid
yeah, of course. Well, Chacon hit the back of Bird, and all of that mess then spun Palmer around. Tough weekend for Markelov. Really tough weekend for Markelov. Ends with a big clout into the wall.
And for ART, I was thinking, you know, after Bahrain, we had such a great weekend for ART. Here we are again, brake too late, missed the apex, and then was like 20 kilometers too fast and hit the wall.
Oof. That can catch up with you incredibly quickly, can't it, Luca? That first corner. How easy is it to make that kind of a mistake down there?
And Gasly cutting the chicane for the second time in this race. Here we go. So King, whoa, over the top.
Wow, so it's a lot bigger than I thought. That's not from last lap, that must be from this lap.
That has got to be just now. So let's see it once again. We weren't expecting to see this. Jordan King under-braking, Gasly in the middle of the road. King thinks he's going to the outside and gets air in that racing engineering car. Big impact, and then scraping along the wall. And I'm not surprised, that was a big impact.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. I thought they'd both just be cutting the chicane. Instead, King launching over the back of Gasly. King committed to the outside on the brakes, and Gasly just meandered over on towards the racing line again, where King was.
Another car in the barrier at Sandevot, and a red flag. Artem Markelov, so frustrated 1 moment ago, and he's thrown it into Sandevot. And that is going to be very difficult to get the tyres up to temperature. Markelov, oh dear, that is a clumsy one. Knew he was going, well, he's panicked there, really, hasn't he? Oh, big impact, and you see pushing the, not only pushing the Tech Pro, but pushing the Armco back as well. Here's why we're under red flag conditions then. Markelov locked up. That's a huge hit when you see it in real time. There is Matsushita with not only the front wing off, but a wheel as well. And this is how Matsushita got it wrong. Is he going to be clipping the curb? He is. You can't do that. A lot of speed, too much curb, and that is what will happen if you fall foul of the giant curb on the exit of the swimming pool.
To get yourself into Formula 1.
Oh, huge hit. Sean Galeo, after the podium yesterday, has made contact and is in the wall on the exit of the swimming pool corner. Joy yesterday, heartbreak today. Galeo is out of the race. When we go back running once again, fascinated to see this battle resume between Fuoco, who is in the car. That is such a big moment there for Galeo.
It all happened actually before he comes into sight there. His rear end gets a real big twitch on, which doesn't allow him to sort of rotate the car to turn left. By the time he got control back again, then that was where that curb was going to come. And he knew very much so that that curb is going to be a very, very hard hit. And as we saw the car fly in the
safety car deployed on lap 39.
And that's why De Vries had to pit as well when he did. Here it is. Oh, he's just gone over the curb and then caught the car in a bad way. Hit that yellow curb. So he doesn't touch the barrier on the right-hand side. He just throws the car over the yellow curb too much around turn 15. And, yeah, into the barrier it goes. The car gets craned away from Aitken.
We have not yet seeing why. Is that Petakov? It is Gianluca Petakov. And we saw Sato very close to doing what Petakov appears to have done and hit the wall on the exit of the swimming pool chicane.
Let's have a look what happened to him then. As it's right at the top of your screen, the second part of the swimming pool, and as I suspected, he's got a chunk of curb on the second part, and that's just launched him into the wall. There we go. Bang. And the marshals very quick to recover from running for cover and wheel that car back behind the wall.
Feature race around Monaco of the year, but Hughes, he's all action right now. Oh! And that's horrible. That's a big crash. He'd been on the limit all the way through. He'd been into the barriers before, and that's a big crash to bring out the red flag. And Jake Hughes wringing the neck of that car and going beyond into the barrier. And the marshal immediately checking in to see if he's all right. Big crash at the swimming pool section. He's lost the front wing as he goes to the inside. So swimming pool now begins.
Yeah,
there goes the
the front wing.
And then he's a passenger at that point. And it is one of the more thrilling places to watch motor racing in the world. But of course, no runoff, no get out, and a big job for Van Amersfoort Racing to do.
Very few places a race car feels faster than on the run, out of to back and then through the swimming pool intimidating piece of racetrack.
Is there someone in... Oh, no, is that Victor Martin?
Oh, that is a big moment. That's an accident for Victor Martin's Massenet corner. No, it's doing in the other car. The full safety car is out.
Oh, they do such a great job allowing us to run the race. Here's the dramatic moment. Oh, his front wing's broken.
Front wing, yeah. So he's had contact. I mean, there was no one around. He wasn't racing anybody, so he's hit a barrier at some point along the track. And there's Maloney, fantastic reactions, just avoiding him.
And then the fire engulfing the car, thankfully doing out okay, and the marshal's going to work.